But let's see what we got here. Is this thing working? Yesterday was having intonation issues. Testing 1, 2, 3. And testing 1, 2, 3. So testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, that's really having some problems there. Hold on. I need to set this first. Ooh. Don't mess around. Yeah. What am I supposed to say, girl? When you make me feel this way, yeah. What am I supposed to do? When you make me think of you. Let's go. When you start to brighten other people's world with a smile, all of a sudden the world brightens up around you. It's like reciprocal. It's so interesting, and it's something in psychology that I don't want to talk about more because I don't have the studies in front of me, but it's something about us having a good attitude and keeping a good attitude around the people that we are having or around with that makes us so much better at whatever we want to do. Let's stop fighting beliefs. Stop fighting beliefs, and let's try to find common ground. We're all on this planet together. According to statistics, it's the person who's mediocre that actually advances further. I'm more interested in the top 10 richest men in the world, and Bezos, who I can't get over this joke. I've been saying this joke, and if somebody says it on the Oscars, you know what I'm saying? The man can get divorced and is still the richest man in the she took half and he's still richest man. Come on, Bezos, you got this. Oh, guess I'm not on the screen. You know what time it is, folks. That's right. It's time for more In the Hot Box with Doc Rio. And not sure why that was not In the Hot Box with diarrhea. Yeah, I've been told I got diarrhea of the mouth, but, hey, what the heck? Gotta have diarrhea of the mouth to be able to do this. You know, I know some of these streamers I listen to talk for 4 hours straight while gaming. Wow. You know, I could talk for 4 hours straight, but you know, I could do it. I'm not saying this, but I mean, think about it. I know some people that do it for 12. I can do it for 12, 16. We can all do it, folks. We can all do it when we put ourselves, when we put our mind to it, and it's something that we're passionate about. So today, I want to talk about something that we should all be passionate about. What is that, you might ask, right? Right? I'd be asking the same if I were you. Because it's about promoting skills. Something that we can all be passionate about. We went from the ability to start out and climb up to accepting so that we can advance. And then as we decided, understood, got the mindset that we can advance, now we got into the mindset of that we have to take action. And once we take that action, we have to start looking back after we've taken action and say, okay, well, I got to assess things that are coming on, and especially because the haters are starting to come on. And as the haters start to come on and we're assessing things, and this should be down just a little bit more, and we're assessing things, then what happens is we got to double down. And while we doubling down, we blocking off more haters. We blocking off more haters. So that's when we really, after we double down, we have to start transmuting that hate. And as we transmute that hate, and the dog barks in the background, has been barking in the background for the last hour, but the dog barks in the background, and the dog barks in the background in the last hour, and we transmute that hate instead of getting mad and upset. We keep making it move. You know, we keep doing things that we need to do. And we envelop into this new era. And what was after transmute hate? Oh, well, you know, I actually forgot what was after transmute hate. Finally got me. No. We are after transmute hate right now. Promote skills. I was looking at this camera. It looks like it's tilted, but it's not. It's so taut. It looks tilted. Okay. All right. So it's straight. All right. Great. All right. So we are going into this lesson now. And this lesson is all about promoting skills, all about ways that you can promote skills. I ranted about this a little bit yesterday, but I didn't really do a lesson yesterday. I did more of a real serious rant about wherever I wanted to go. That's what Sunday is going to be about. I might talk a little bit about what the lesson might be. I might even start the process. But today I'm really going to dig into it. So stand by. We're going to go ahead and get a message from our sponsor, and we're going to come right back with promote skills. And if you like what you see in this lesson, please make sure you hit that follow button below. If you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're watching this on Twitch, or if you're watching this on Periscope, make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe or follow button as well. And then make sure you hit that bell. You know that bell on the other side? If you're on Mixer as well. I know, because I'm on Mixer right now. I'm broadcasting from Mixer, and that's where I'm coming from, folks. So if you really want to know, you can come over to mixer.com/DocRio, and you can watch me live, and you can talk in the live chat. You can talk in this chat as well, because Restream.io has all the chats. That's why I'm multicasting right now to all of those places at once. Has all the chats lined up. So I should be able to see what's coming through every single chat. So you have something to say, feel free to say it. I'll see if I can check it. I'll see if I can make sure I see it. But, you know, I'm doing that social distancing thing, so I don't have anybody backing me up watching the chat for me. Not just yet. In the home here, you know. So I like to do these broadcasts at interesting times, and a lot of people are not available. So I don't lean on them for anything, because I want to make sure I do this broadcast every week for you. So if I do this broadcast every week for you, I can't depend on anybody else but who? Me. So there we go. So stand by, folks. As a matter of fact, as we get ready, why don't you just go ahead and flip on over. And if you like what you see, please make sure you come back, check us out, and stay tuned as we come right back with Promote Skills. This is Doc Rio TV, and I'm in the hot box with Doc Rio right here. Stay tuned for this lesson. Look at us up on Doc Rio TV. All right, we back. We are back. let the lag set in. I'm gonna have to do something about my I think my thing is a little bit too heavy. I think I got a little bit too much going on with my effects there. It's a little bit too heavy. I'm gonna have to reduce the size of it. Yeah, I got it at the largest size, the best view. You know what I'm saying? I think it's only 1080 or whatever. No, it's probably 1980 by 1020. So I probably need to reduce it like to 1080 by 720. I said 19. What did I say? Don't even mind me on the numbers right now. I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, with that being said, you know what time it is, folks. That's right. It's time for more In the Hot Box with Doc Rio, and we're here today to talk to you about promoting your skills. It's important that we all understand what it means to really promote our skills, right? It really is. I mean, you've been on this journey with me trying to figure out what it means to stand up and actually climb up. I'm not talking about just, I had to say stand up because a lot of y'all are just sitting down still and trying to climb up. You got to actually stand up and try to climb up. You got to get up, do a little bit of workout and do a little bit of stretching, do a little bit of movement around the house, do a little bit of few things other than just sitting on your derriere in order to climb up. Because it takes your abilities to shine throughout your whole body. See, if one part of your body is being lazy, then the other part of your body won't be able to move up. And now I know there are a lot of cases where people don't have the ability to move for certain reasons. Oh, hold on. What's going on with my CC? 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right. So we're talking here all about the 12 steps to multimedia success. And today's lesson has to do with promoting skills. And I have to tell y'all, first of all, hold on, let me go back. I'm honored. I'm really honored and blessed to be alive today. Now, first, the reason why I'm honored and blessed to be alive today, or alive and still living today, is for quite a few reasons throughout my whole life that have given me an opportunity to still be alive, first off. Second off, I'm glad to be living in the time we live in. Can you imagine if this was like 1928 or when was that? Let me look it up real quick. Wait, okay, if you think back, you heard all that typing. This thing is loud. Now that I heard it, now I know it's that loud. Oh, wow. Okay, in 1918, they had the Spanish influenza pandemic, known as the Spanish flu, right? Can you imagine if that happened right at the brink of the Depression? Can you imagine if that happened at the same time, or if that happened in the 1920s, or if it was 1918, just like it's 1918? Can you imagine what we'd have to go through? We wouldn't be able to communicate with each other through the devices we use. Police also wouldn't be able to do some of the stuff they're doing either, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, it just wouldn't be as problematic. You know what I'm saying? Things wouldn't be as problematic in life, and life, I mean, I wouldn't say problematic. Things would be more problematic in life is what I meant to say. And life would be a lot harder. I just want you to think about that for a second. We live in a time where we have much more access to life and living, okay? And this is a better time. This is a better way of being, okay? So let's take a second, let's take a step back and try to remember that we are lucky. We didn't have a choice when we were born. We didn't. But we could have been born in 1918. We could have been born in 1600s. We could have been born at any time. I feel blessed because in 1918, I definitely didn't have as much access as I do now as a black man. You see what I'm saying? I definitely don't have as much freedom as I wouldn't have as much freedom as I have now. I wouldn't be able to broadcast this to you right now from my home. This is a privilege. Some of us don't understand the privilege that we have, and we're worried about certain things and sometimes the wrong things. I was watching my boy Jules D4W, and every time I love it. I love it. And I don't know if I spurred it on more. I hope not. I hope this has always been how he, because to me, this has always been how he always been. He every once in a while drops a book or he drops some knowledge. He always drops some knowledge. I'm going to just be honest. He's always dropped some knowledge. But him dropping a book more and more now and dropping books and saying, hey, y'all need to read this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because these books, I mean, him and Quantic has been doing that stuff for a while. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, it's been more prevalent lately, and I don't know if that's assisted by having other people like me and other people like maybe Big E. I don't know if he be talking about some religious stuff over there. I don't know what he's talking about, but you know what I'm saying. He be talking about some occult stuff. I want to call it. I'm just messing with you, Big E. I don't know exactly what you be talking about just yet, still, but. But I'm a little worried. I mean, he be talking with a lot of different people. You know what I'm saying? And some of the ladies, Shell So Random, you know what I'm saying? She got some knowledge she be dropping on people. You know what I'm saying? She random, but she got some random knowledge too. She random, but she got some random knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I think people labeled their names random like that because they didn't want people to feel like it was just going to be on one topic. And it's like me, I label myself a variety channel. It's not going to be on one topic. People got to understand that when we are here, it can't be on one topic at all times. If they watch you on one game at all times for the rest of your life, you're going to get bored with that game and you're going to stop playing that game. I'll just be honest. I'll be honest. There's no game that's going to excite you for the rest of your life like that. As I crack my back here. See what I'm saying? That's why I was twisting back and forth for those listening in. I got to make sure I, sight stuff. I was twisting back and forth for those listening in. My brack went pop, 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 pop. So, but it's that being honored and blessed to be alive and living and still living is just, I don't know how to, I feel like I was supposed to die before I was 21. I've told y'all that before, but, I lived. And not just that. Wow, look at the ability. I mean, come on. I got a keyboard. Before we started today, I was jamming on a keyboard, just trying to, play out a song I hadn't played in a while. Uh-oh. Well, I forgot how to play it because this thing is in my way here. Hold on, man. That's enough right there. But you get my point. You see what I'm saying? I get to sit here. I can play the keyboards. I can play the guitar. I can sing to y'all if I want to. I can do all this on video. Some people will watch. Some people won't watch. Some people will keep watching. Some people stay watching. There's all this opportunity. And yet and still I hear people complaining about what they don't have. What we don't have is unity. You know what I'm saying? Because if we had unity, we would understand one thing, that when we start to lose our abilities, we actually have the ability to gain more, and I'll explain that in just a moment. But today's lesson, let's get into today's lesson. I got to. Today's lesson is on promoting skills, all right? After the basics. You have to be able to promote your skills. Why? And this is why I said I'm going to explain later. Because capitalism will consistently thrive off of conflict, crime, and chaos. Now, I've been talking about on this voyage climb up that you need to be in the mindset of paying attention to community. You see, because there's a particular reason why I do that. There's a real particular reason why I do that, because I want everybody to be in the right mindset first. Our mindset is important. Our mindset is more important than anything else that you could fathom. Because our mindset dictates where our path may go. All right. Do you understand where I'm coming from? I paused for a bit for a reason. I want y'all to contemplate that. Our mindset dictates where our path will go. All right. So I'm also glad to be alive because It's Memorial Day, and I have to respect those who have served and did not come home. Those who stood tall and risked their lives. Those who sacrificed. I heard about this veteran today, and I wish I had his name, but this veteran, this medic, this doc today. I think it was Doc. I vaguely heard about it listening to the radio, and I heard that this guy took 5 wounds while running back and forth and saving lives. He took bullets while saving people's lives. And as they were down, he would save another life and come back. Medal of Honor recipient. All right. I do remember that part. And he kept taking wounds until the point of him coming back and getting hit by a sniper fire and dying himself. He kept risking his life in pain, in agony to save other lives. Wow. I don't think that's a hero. That's a true hero. When I say zero from hero, I don't mean anything like that. That can't even contemplate. But hopefully I can do good with what I've accomplished from being zero to hero, to turn things of this nature to help out families that have heroes like this coming out of it. Heroes that'll sacrifice all for our community. Heroes that'll sacrifice everything to keep unity. To that, I give a full salute. Well, half in a chair, excuse me. You can only go so far in the chair before hitting the side of the chair and side in the wall. But I mean, for that, I definitely. And I want to give a moment of silence to all those who have lost their life in combat for the United States or any other country. And I say that correctly, for any other country in combat. All those lives matter. They've all stood up for the belief of those in that country. So let us take a moment of silence. Thank you. Now, another thing that happens on Memorial Day is that we are not as focused on, hey, the chat connected. Okay, cool. We're not as focused on our well-being during holidays. And especially right now, we're in a different mode where people want to get out and get something going on in their life. People want to find out what's going on outside of their homes. We want to stretch out, reach out, and be out, right? It's Memorial Day, right? You know, I mean, people forget that Memorial Day is all about those who we're supposed to remember and honor. And we start remembering ourselves and start being more, I want to say more capitalistic. You know, I mean, part of being an American is that we can do whatever we want to do whenever we want to do it because capitalism allows it. Capitalism allows us to be free. All right. And so because we are free, we feel that we can party whenever we want to party. Even when the party is supposed to be respecting people who aren't here. But a lot of Americans forget that. A lot of Americans shout out and say Happy Memorial Day. I've even got locked into it and forgot. Because, you know, you start getting locked into the cycle of civilian life and start saying what everybody else is saying. Happy Memorial Day. What is Happy Memorial Day? What is Happy Memorial Day? It's a day of reverence. It's a day of respect. So if we're celebrating out of respect for those who have given their lives, so be it. I agree. That's something, but don't say Happy Memorial Day. Have a wonderful Memorial Day. I get it. Have a wonderful break. Have a wonderful day off. You know, because that's what we've called it. We've leaned it into a holiday that we've enjoyed the day more than we've understood what it meant, more than we've respected the fact that those people have risked their lives and saved their lives so that we can have a United States of America surrounding us and protecting us and keeping us safe. So I want y'all to remember that. And also, if you're going to remember that, you've got to, we've got to, we all have to be more careful. We got to be careful. Why? Yesterday I was talking about this, and we got this thing going on. You know, I mean, right now we got a lot of students who are into these ready to drink, or youngins, or millennials, or whatever age you want to call, from 18 to 35, that are into drinking these ready to drink beverages, Mike's Hard Liquor and such. You know what I'm saying? I don't get me wrong. When Mike's Hard Liquor first came out, I was pounding that stuff too. I was like, hey, we get this stuff at the store, and it's like got the vodka in it, smearing off ice. You know what I'm saying? Pound that. Especially it was vodka. Come on. I liked beer, but I wasn't as into beer as I am now. I like more beer now. I like more like dark beers, like ports or porters. I always mess that up. Anyway, oh man, I like coffee beers and peanut butter beer, and yeah, I already got one that I really like, and all I got to do, it only comes in the 22 at Smart and Final though, but we're not going to talk about that yet. Anyway, if you're going to be out there drinking this Mike's Hard Liquor, just be careful, okay? Just be careful. It is alcohol content, and we don't want you to add that with drinking and driving. We don't want you to add that with drinking and laying out on the beach, which you're not supposed to be doing that without a mask anyway. You see right now, people are speeding on the freeway. Speeding on the freeway at 135 miles an hour. Okay? People are speeding on the LA freeways at 135 miles an hour, all right? The worst part is they ain't even got licenses and they doing that. Come on, you driving dirty and you speeding 135 miles an hour on the freeway. Who thought of that one? I wouldn't have thought of that. I would have definitely not been driving at 130. That's riding dirty. Who woke you? Who didn't wake you up? You need to be woken up. Oh shoot. Y'all missing the lesson. I'm gonna have to go back from the beginning. Because I'm doing the lesson without you. Yes, indeed. So let's go back. Like I said before, capitalism will consistently thrive off of conflict, crime, and chaos. That's a Docism, by the way. And to continue with that part of the lesson, I was talking about Memorial Day, being remembered and honored, and being careful, not mixing Mike's Hard Liquor with driving or going out to the beach. And I know there's some 70s, 60s, 70s beach wear out there. So if you look close, you'll find that that's 60, 70 people out there. I had to get files that were listed as for reuse with modification off of Google. So that's what I did. And last but not least, because you will get caught. You see what I'm saying? That person that went at 135 miles an hour, it cost him upwards of $4,000. It's going to cost him upwards of $4,000 because he got caught driving on the freeway at 135 miles an hour without a license. Is that smart? And those who don't know, I went back and I pulled the slides. If you're listening to this, I have slides for this. And the slides have photos. And in the photos, I tried to describe some of the photos there. We got Mike's Hard Liquor, and then so I'm talking about some of the stuff. Some of the stuff is just going to be able to be heard. You know what I mean? Heard. You know what I mean? So you may not be able to actually see it before you hear it because I might just be talking about it. So I try not to PowerPoint y'all to death, with just words on a screen. I like to give y'all a little bit of both. Y'all looking at me, y'all listening to me talk, and then maybe go back to the slides. So those who may not know that, all right? And then if you think about all this, like I told you, it's going to be very, very pricey. Very, very pricey. Like this guy tend to find out. The worst part about him not having a license is that there are also people going out to the beaches, all right? Going out to the beaches and relaxing, not wearing masks, and they setting up umbrellas and picnics, and they just not wearing masks, and they laughing about it. They laughing about it. They on the news. They on the news talking about it with people on the news, with newscasters, and laughing about it and don't care while the cops are rolling by. Be careful. Don't be doing that Mike's Hard Liquor and then doing that. Because you go do that and do that, especially with these hot days coming up, you're going to end up passing out on the beach, and you're not only going to get arrested, but you're going to find yourself in the hospital. Think before you drink, folks. Think before you drink. Trust me, I haven't done it a lot of times. And so I'm telling you from experience, it's best to do that because you don't want to end up in some of the situations I've had to go through. You definitely don't. You definitely don't want to end up in some of the situations I've had to go through as I shake my head back and forth because I was nodding it up and down before and that was the wrong motion. All right. Now, to take this a little bit further, not only were it seeing people at the beach, this is where things started to really change, all right? You got some business owners, they start getting on the news as well, talking about they done with the pandemic situation, all right? They talking about people are done, the exact quote. People are done with this pandemic situation. Let me say it like they said it. Yeah, people out there are just done with this pandemic situation. Or, excuse me, pandemic. Yeah, pandemic situation. Exactly. Exact quote. So, I'm just like, what? Y'all done with this pandemic situation? How can you just be done with a pandemic? You just done with it. So you just go do what you want to do. You don't care about it. All right, bet. I get it. And business owners that state that, are hurting. I get it. I get it. You're hurting. I get it. You're coming from a perspective that you want to get people back out to your business. You want to get that money in your pocket. I get it. But that's why you should be promoting your skills, selling it business to customer online. You have all these ways to getting to people. Why are you hurting that bad? I get it. It's going to cost you more shipping. I get it. You're paying rent. Why don't you convert? You see what I'm saying? You've got to start thinking about your future. We all have to start thinking about our futures. Not just about today, day by day, not just about this short period, not just about what is happening. We have to look at how the future is going in our lives and actually take a step forward. And, I don't know if you've noticed out there that there are a lot of these hate groups out there. A lot of these, I want to say American hate groups are groups that like to spread dissension across America right now, that are stirring up this open up America policy, that are following the Trump lead and finding ways to recruit people more and more. Be leery of everybody you're hanging around with. Be leery of everybody you might think is a friend, because they may not be friend, they could be foe. And you just don't know it until you've been brainwashed into their lifestyle. Big E. No, I'm just joking. I ain't trying to get brainwashed by Big E. No, but no, I gotta stop joking about him. He's a cool cat. I don't know what he be talking about over there, but he's a cool cat. But no, there's some people out there that seriously wanted to start dissension. They're out there protesting. They're starting these protests. They're spurring on more protests. They're stirring on more dissension in America. And remember I told y'all before that there's a photo that I looked at and I was a little scared of the faces in that, and I felt like I wouldn't be welcome in that. You know what? Let's find that photo. Oh, wow. And I've been meaning to find that photo where I saw people protesting in Wisconsin. What was it, last week? What was the date on that? Let me see what the date on that was. People protesting in Wisconsin. We're going to say the 8th. We're We're going to say, let's go. I want to show that photo. I think it's a Getty image too. That's the problem. So I shouldn't be using it at all, but you know, hey, what the heck? Here it is. I found it. Didn't take long to find it. Once I put in Getty, oh my goodness, it was the Guardian. Hold up. Let's see here. Let's see here. Protest Wisconsin. Image at theguardian.com. I'm opening the image in a new tab, and I'm going to show this to the people who can. Oh, wow. This is a smaller version of it. I had a really large version of it. I should have saved it. I should have kept it. It was a really large version of it. Oh, wow. Okay. So I want to show you this version, but I can't believe it's so small right now. Oh, okay. It's because they served up a new one that was smaller. All right, let me show you this image real quick. Now, I look at this image and I'm a little scared. All right, I'm a black man in America. I'm just saying, I could be a black man in America and a Latin American man in America, and just a Middle Eastern man in America, an Indian man in America, and I mean from India, Indian, a Native American man in America. I could be any race of color in America and look at this photo and be a little scared of the faces in this photo. First of all, the faces are mad. They're obviously mad because they would love to have Wisconsin open. Is that Wisconsin? Yes, that's Wisconsin. I see the WIS, but I want to make sure. They want to have Wisconsin open. But when I look around the faces, the first thing that makes me feel not welcome is nothing of their looks. It's the fact that there's only one guy wearing a mask. The rest aren't even wearing their mask. I don't see anybody. There's people having masks around their neck, but they're not wearing it. What's going on here? Okay, wait. Wait, he's shooting something though. He's shooting something. He's wearing a mask and he's got headphones on. So he's being smart. He's being smarter than all. Oh, wait. There's a guy back here. USA back here. Maybe because he's 80 years old, 70 years old. Maybe that's why he's wearing a mask. He's being smart. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of these fools are in here, aren't wearing. I'm saying fools because look at how close they are. They're in no way 6 feet apart. I'm going to tell you right now, they are less than arm's length apart. I'm scared. Just first off, because of that. Now, let's remove COVID-19 from this photo. Let's just remove COVID-19 from this photo. All right. I'm scared to walk in that crowd, period. Looking at the faces, looks like a lynch mob to me. Just be honest. And so it's stuff like this that would make me believe that there's more people in this crowd, dips of people in this crowd spurring this on. Like, I heard today over the radio that many of these groups are spurring this on. Yes, I listen to the radio. Yes, I watch news. I continually watch the news and listen to the radio because I need to stay informed just like you do too. So I hope that you all are taking the time to do that, because if you're not taking the time to do that, if you're not taking the time to do the news will do you. The news will do you, and it can be pricey to have the news do you. So now let's keep going here. Now I find all of this very, 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 very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. Because you see, one thing that we all know is that the idle brain is the devil's playground. That's supposed to have an apostrophe in there. Hold up. We gotta fix that. It's the devil's playground. It's the devil's playground. Yes, that's from Meredith Wilson, the Music Man, and she got me on this idle brain is devil's playground gig here. You know what I'm saying? And the other day I tried to do trouble, or yesterday I tried to do trouble and I failed. So I'm not going to try to do it today, but I did it earlier today and it was flawless. I don't understand why You Got Trouble was so hard yesterday for me, but, you know, I'm not going to do it. But at the end of You Got Trouble, that is Harold Hill. Okay, let me explain. If you haven't seen the musical The Music Man, in the musical The Music Man, Harold Hill is a traveling salesman. He goes around the country by train, traveling and selling band equipment. But supposedly he's a shyster. And he's such a shyster that people are hunting him down from other towns. And of course, you know, a shyster finds a town. In a musical, a shyster will find a town, try to pull their gig in a town, fall in love with somebody in town, and stay in the town, and then end up not becoming a shyster, but a hero of the town. That's what musicals do. Most of them do it that way, all right, especially the older ones. So, and it's older because he traveled by train, so that just gives you an idea. You know, it starts out in a train scene, to let you know. So he gets to the town, and I've kind of ruined the whole story for you if you haven't watched it. But, you know, I got to get to the juice of this, all right? So the Music Man, he gets to this town. He finds this town, River City. He gets off the train in River City because he's kind of chased off the train in River City. And he gets in River City. Actually, I think he also was aiming to get there. But he gets to River City and he aims to pull his band gig. And he starts searching around. He's got to figure out a way to kind of get in with the people. And one of the things he tries to figure out is what would really make people more scared. He tries to figure out the need. Now, the town may not really have much of a need, but there's a little complaint about the billiard parlor going on. A little complaint. They're a little worried about the billiard parlor. There's a need sparkling in his eye. Oh, the billiard parlor may cause things to happen. Let me start this up. And he goes, well, you got trouble, my friends. I say you got trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player, certain in mind and proud to say I'm always mighty proud to say it. So he gets onto the speech that he goes out and he tells people, you know, all these faults of billiard players and all these things. And in the end, he warns them that their children will be caught up in this lifestyle of libertine women and libertine men and scarlet women, ragtime, shameless music that'll grab your son, your daughter with the arms of the jungle, animal instinct, mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground trouble. Why does he go to that point? He goes to that point because that's his clothes. If you don't give kids anything to do, if you don't give people anything to do, Meredith Wilson, thank you for this line. And it goes back to other parables and other proverbs. Don't get me wrong, but I'm glad she put it into a song and used it as a tool to show how people sell, how people get into your mind and get you into hate groups, how people get into your mind and get you to buy products, how you can get into people's mind and get them to buy products by finding the need. Now, I'm not saying you should get in people's mind and get them to buy products if you're not providing a need of value. I'm saying you need to first, as I said before, think about community first. We started this journey from Climb Up thinking about community before we got into how capitalism, how did I say it before? How did I write it before? Way before that? How capitalism will consistently thrive off of conflict, crime, and chaos. Right? Right? It will consistently thrive off of conflict, crime, and chaos. So we're going to have to think capitalistic. You saw in the last couple of episodes I've been saying, yeah, think community, but I know you got to think capitalistic because we have to survive. We have to keep our economy going. I'm not an idiot here. I'm not gonna say, hey, you know, we don't have to keep opening our doors. Businesses don't have to keep moving. I get it. We live in this economy though that where we can do more business now than ever. We can do more direct-to-customer business now than ever. More companies are telling us now today that they are reaching out to business-to-customer more because they've had to do wholesale for so long and have a middleman that they don't reap as many benefits as when they go straight to customer. I heard this yesterday on the news. Matter of fact, a business said, yeah, I get 5% of my business right now is direct-to-customer. And if 5% of his business is direct-to-customer, 5% of that business means he gets a bigger cut than 5% of what he gets wholesale. So yes, he's happy to have that 5%, and he would love to have more. He would love to have more. I know I'd love to have more than 5%. I got what, 2%. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for retirement and work, I'd be broke probably. I'd be a happy broke. But no, you know what I'm saying? I'll be a happy broke. Why? Because I will be investing in my growth and going towards what I need to get done. I will be promoting myself and my skills. A happy broke. A happy broke that spent all my money going to school. Didn't graduate, but I got a lifetime alumni association card for free. I got a year for free, and then I got a lifetime for free. I was like, what the heck? This is great. Means I have a library of access. See, some of y'all are like, oh, yeah, okay, you got this. Guess what? I got a library access for life for free. That means I can research everything I need to know to help me promote my skills and research everything I need to know to keep going. You see what I mean? What you don't understand is that's access. That is access bigger than you would ever can imagine. This is why I want to have 3. I want to have all 3 under my belt. I want my full alumni at USC. I have access to the UCLA library for life because I'm an employee there, but no, I want UCLA access because I'm an alumni there. See what I'm saying? There's a different pull to knowledge and information there. Knowledge and information that you may not see, may not get. That keeps my brain from being idle and keeps me from falling into the devil's playground. So I'm telling people to be constructive. Get out there, be constructive, be safe. You know what I'm saying? And why am I saying be constructive so early? That's a little early, isn't it? That's a little early, isn't it? Let me see something real quick. I feel like I skipped a slide. There's a slide not in here? Oh, no. Okay. Wow, I've only tapped in. Woo! I've barely got in on this one. I barely dug in on this one. All right. Be constructive, folks. We got to be constructive. You know why I say we got to be constructive, folks? Because we have so many ways to be constructive and safe instead of the ways that many of y'all have spent partying, worried about the wrong things, worried about the right things. Be constructive at this time. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all got some skills that I can't even imagine. I've been watching artists draw, and I'm like, man, I wish I had that skill. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did spend some time learning how to draw and trace, and so if I had more patience and I sat down and I really learned, I would, but drawing is just not my thing. It's just not my thing. You know what I mean? I know what my thing is. I know I can build stuff with my hands. I know I can make things happen with my hands. I know I can play music. I know I can mess with electronics and digital media. I know that's what I can do. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to me being safe, maybe to do some drawing and perspective stuff on Photoshop. I may not be able to draw, but I can make some images happen the way I need them to happen. You see what I'm saying? It may be me going out there and taking a bike ride or a scooter ride on the beach. You know what I'm saying? Not sitting on the beach with no mask, chilling. See what I'm saying? Riding on the beach, being active, keep it moving. It might be me getting in a workshop, cutting up some wood, doing some things and measuring out some wood, measuring twice before I cut, measuring 3 times before I cut. You know what I'm saying? Making sure I improve my handwork skills. You know what I'm saying? I keep my hands from getting that arthritis that sets in with old age. Keep my hands and joints moving. See what I'm saying? Be safe, be constructive, and get out there and make some moves. Now, I see business owners, or I see some business owners that are looking at this whole situation a little bit differently. They are being constructive. They are being safe. And I think we should all be safe. So selling products direct to consumer is where it's at. And this is, if you look at this is some statistics, this is some data that they take statistics off of from business to business and business to customer. And look, they say the number of existing past customers usually are greater in a business to business, but the number in a business to customer is usually active monthly, daily. That means you might do monthly business, you might do active daily business, you might do online business to make your number of active monthly, daily customers into monthly existing past customers. You see what I'm saying? The medium, distributor, supply chain, you get to do this direct, so you get better money than the big companies do. But the big companies have things in line that they can hire more people to do more work that you may deem as unnecessary, like more people to stand out near the lines and guide people into your store instead of your store getting bombarded by a crowd of people because they all want to go to your store at one time and they don't care to not listen to social distancing, and you only have 2-3 employees working in your store. The big boxes can have that. You know what I'm saying? This is where it gets a little dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So current pricing model. Well, you got a better pricing model than they do. You get their money. You cut out the middleman. You know, in a B2C, current type of number of employees. Current number or type of employees. You only have a number of employees usually. They're usually the same type. They assist you when you're in a business to customer. They assist you. There might be a couple other types, but they generally, you have an assistant manager and you have employees that assist you. You know, projected number of type of employees. Well, yours is generally lower than a business to business. You know what I'm saying? Revenue, if key to growth. Well, I mean, that's just a given. And I mean, they look at those stats. These are stats they look at when they're assessing a company and trying to figure out if it is viable. All right, whether it's B2B or, you know, they look at the investment raised, the burn rate. Like, did you put in your own money? If you put in your own money and you haven't been burning through that investment, except for during this pandemic, you know, I mean, I can see you burning through your investment during this pandemic. But if you haven't been burning through your investment through this pandemic, then, you know, I mean, I think you should be good. You should be good off. Then company age, and then, of course, they want to know how long you've been in business. How long have you been in business? Does that help? Does that help you at all? You know what I'm saying? Yes, it does. It helps you to have been in business longer than it does to been in business for a less time. That's just the way it works. So now, keep making moves. And so to do that, you got to think about tomorrow. Like earlier I was saying, you got to think about your future. You got to think about tomorrow. It's the book we're going to talk about today, Thinking About Tomorrow by Susan Crandall. Thinking About Tomorrow by Susan Crandall. Why are we thinking about tomorrow? Because tomorrow's happening today. Today. Stuff she talked about in this book is funny because this book was discarded, okay? See, that says discarded. As a matter of fact, that says discarded. They discarded this book. Thinking About Tomorrow by Susan Crandall. They discarded this book. And I think it's ridiculous that they did. You know what I mean? Because this is more viable today than it's ever been. And the book just came out. Wait. The book came out in 2007. It's already been discarded. 13 years, homie. It's already been discarded and it's viable today. It has been more viable today the past 10 years. The past 10 years, it has been more viable today that we have to consistently think about our future, think about where we're going, think about how we're going to change our trajectory. Or as I mistakenly said in one episode, trajectory. I was joking, but it didn't sound right. She talks about reinventing life. And before we get into this book, I want to make sure I do one thing that I'll always love to do right now because it's about that time. For one of the last advertisements, free advertisements for New York Chicken and Gyro. New York Chicken and Gyro has 3 locations to serve you. That's in West LA, Hollywood, and Canoga Park. West LA, Hollywood, and Canoga Park. I love it. I eat it. I enjoy it. I showed you some of this yesterday. I came back home just to record some and showed you some of this New York Chicken and Gyro. This good stuff that is good for you. You get out there. You can order it online. You can order it through different apps. They got so many dang apps now that you can order your dang food through that is just getting crazy. So just look up New York Chicken and Gyro if you're in the LA hotbox. Like I said, in the LA hotbox. Anybody reading that would get so confused. But anyway, not just that, their prices are delicious. They don't have anything over $9. I don't even think they have anything over $8. So just check it out. Stop in, get you some. You can get a falafel plate over rice. You can get a chicken over rice, a mixed plate over rice, or a lamb plate over rice, or you can get some gyros. I know they call it chicken and gyro, but they know what a gyro is, and their gyros are like fat, baby, fat. They fat gyros. So if you want to eat, like I be eating some good for your food, you know what I'm saying? Good for your food. Greek style, good for you. You just can't beat it for the price. Doc recommends you stop it in to New York Chicken and Gyro somehow kind of way. Tell them Doc sent you. They know I've been talking about it. Tell them the guy with the black hat with the cross sabers and the glasses. They know. Anyway, so she talks about having to reinvent herself in midlife and that many people her age have had to do it. And we're talking about, this is 2007, so she's saying that baby boomers in their midlife era had to do this, and this was her age, and so she calls herself a boomer, and this is her terminology. So she is representing her age bracket and feels comfortable representing herself as a boomer. So I know there those who don't like that phrase out there, but this is how she came across. I think that's part of the reason why this book was discarded, because it's talked about boomers instead of just talking about middle-aged people in general, because she mentions it a lot. Instead of just saying, hey, middle-aged people have to continue to do this, it would have been passed on a little bit more. And I think that's why if she did a rewrite of this book and just turned it around without the boomers in it, I think it can come back to life. Because this book right now, I haven't pulled out the link for you just yet. This book right now is a total of $4.88 on Amazon. I'm telling y'all, $4.88 on Amazon. You can't beat it. Oops. Oh, wow. I can't believe I just did that. See. And since it is $4.80 on Amazon, I'm sending you the link right now so you can go ahead and check it out. Thinking about tomorrow, there's the Amazon link. Check it out. $4.88. Uh-oh. What was I hitting over here? So y'all got a little bit more. Oh, shoot. Accidentally hitting buttons there. So thinking about tomorrow, she says in her book, there's a section here that she talks about, and I like this section. First, she says, The old model was the midlife crisis. You turn 50, start to panic that more than half your life was over, but you hadn't really lived. You try a quick fix like buying a Harley or having an affair. Eventually, when those didn't satisfy the craving you felt, you'd come to terms with the fact that the richest part of your life was finished and settled into your September years. This new model turns the midlife crisis on its head. The boomer generation's life entrepreneur sees the yearnings. Life entrepreneur. That's a powerful one right there. She says, wow, life entrepreneur. All right. Sees yearnings and dissatisfactions of midlife as a call to action rather than a curse. All right. Midlife crisis becomes midlife opportunity. All right. The hunger or the trigger may still be a feeling that that life hasn't measured up to your expectations. Let me say that again. The trigger may still be a feeling that life hasn't measured up to your expectations. But here's the difference. You feel powerful enough to make change happen, to create the fulfilling life that's been bouncing around the back of your brain. Why is this book discarded? I mean, she is like tapping right in on what's going on in the world today, what people have been talking about for the past 20 years, because so many people felt that within 20 years of them doing a business, these are the baby boomer generation, they felt within 20 years of them doing a business that they had to change, that they had to make change. And like me, I got to test different lifestyles. I got to test different things. If they felt within 20 years of doing it like me, I'm Generation X. And for me as Generation X, I should be like, oh yeah, well, if they're 20 years, then of course I'm going to be 10 years. It's going to be half the amount of what it takes for them. It's actually consistent with Moore's Law. I continue to talk about Moore's Law. You'll see me say it more and more and more. Because technology changes every 2 years, that splits everything in half, which eventually splits it down to millennials wanting to change their career goals every 5 years, which splits it down to Generation Z wanting to change their goals every 2.5 or less years. Now, if that's the case, many of those millennials, children of Z, XYZ are going to be more children of indigo. And before I read that book of Children of Indigo, somebody told me that I had an indigo aura, and that's why I went out to find the book, because they told me to go look for that book, they said I may be one of the first children of indigo. And it had to do with certain things. You know, I would say Terrence Trent D'Arby or Sonata Maitreya is a child of indigo. I would say that as well. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because we have a similar military essence of doing things in the military. We got tired of certain things in the military, certain things that just didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? He got a little bit more trouble than I did, but I see his rhythm as a musician. You go in as a musician and you have this sight of who you are and your aspect of being, and you do the job for them, but yet and still there's certain things that you still feel detached about. You know what I mean? There's certain things that you still feel like you have to rebel because you feel what right and wrong are. You know what I mean? A lawful order sometimes really is not a lawful order. So back that up just a little bit. But, you know what I mean? And I'm not referring to you, Lieutenant Coglianese, even though, you know, yeah. That's a long story there. But I'm not referring to that lawful order, Lieutenant Coglianese. I'm just saying. Gotta be real. You know what I'm saying? Because I got veterans, I got military, I got people who can verify anything I'm saying to you right now. Anything. Look, if I tell you that I worked for Universal Music Group, if I told you I worked on several different sets, if I told you that I've done several different things from around this nation and made money several different ways throughout my life. Like yesterday I was saying, I worked 13 years old, the Clean and Green crew. After that, I went up and found various jobs and worked at Jacopos of Beverly Hills, and also worked at Universal for Michael Shaughnessy. Then all of a sudden I end up in the military. Oh yeah, also I worked as a janitor at Antelope Valley College, cleaning the toys and the toilets and stuff after school of the Antelope Valley College. And come to find out, women's restrooms are the messiest, crappiest, dirtiest bathrooms I've ever seen in my life. And I've verified this not just by me seeing it. I've asked every single janitorial personnel I've ever seen that works at a college campus. Y'all women are dirty at campus. Y'all need to clean y'all asses the right way. And y'all need to stop shitting all over the fucking sink and the toilets and throwing shit in the sink and all that shit and throwing tissue everywhere. Just had to get that rant out. Anyway, now, I should have put that rant on yesterday's rant, but I forgot all about that part. Anyway, now, you know, hey, the men's bathroom may smell like urine, but hey, it is much cleaner. Much cleaner. Women think men are dirty in the bathroom? Wow. Got nothing on y'all in the restroom. Nothing. Nothing. Now, can't talk about now. We got gender-specific bathrooms now. I can't even tell what's going on now in those bathrooms. I'm just like, I don't know who did this. Somebody messed this all up. You know? You know, now we don't have, you know, now we have, you know, I love those bathrooms though. Actually, those tend to be the cleaner bathrooms. Be honest with you, this is so funny. Why are those cleaner? Anyway, let's keep going here. Back into the lesson. One of the things that she says, and I forgot why I went on the tangent, why I went on this whole little tangent of oh shoot, my phone stopped. So y'all probably all had to do the same thing too, yeah, probably had to refresh if anybody was watching live. But I mean, this whole thing of not thinking about tomorrow and not thinking about the things you have to do and not understanding that, oh, that's why I went on the tangent. I see where I went on the tangent. All the stuff that I can say to you can be verified by somebody else. By somebody else. Everything that I've said, I don't think I've told you anything about me or anything else that can't be verified. You can check it anywhere and you can verify with other people and people will tell you yay or nay. 90% of the time is yay. If it's nay, it's because somebody don't like me or... yeah, it would have to be somebody don't like me or I did something wrong. I did something wrong at certain place. Did I get knocked off a line? I might have got knocked off a line on Mixer. That tends to happen sometimes. You know, they've been knocking people offline. Everybody's offline but me. Everybody I know is offline but me. That can't be right. That means I'm offline too. So I'm going to keep recording because if I stop right now, then 5.9%. If I stop right now, then the problem comes that, you know, we'll lose the whole feed altogether. So I'm not going to worry about, you know, losing the feed. It'll probably come back and be recorded. And it'll get, I mean, it seems fine. What's going through Google right now seems to be pretty much working. I think everybody lost their, like a lot of people lost their feed. Yeah, I can't get back on the feed. So, with that being said, you know, I'm gonna refresh this just because I need to. All right. I said I'm going to refresh this just because I need to. And there we go. Yeah, so the feed's still going. All right, so I don't have the follows. Thanks for the follow. I'm just now getting the feedback right now. Whoop. Oh, no, that was just ranked up. Mini Doc, I need to get those out of there because they get a little confusing when things don't work out right. Okay, so yeah, I got the feedback up for me. I just don't have it back up for my phone over here. But, you know, we can worry about that another time. And I think that's probably because I don't have it online. I like to make sure I don't miss out on anything from you all because I've been having some messages here and there. And there we go. That might help me get back on the feed. close. All right, so back to this lesson. Fee comes up or not, I'm not going to worry about it. So next we have this whole idea that I like I said, I've gone through these voyages. I joined the military, spent my time in the military, got out the military. And when I got out the military, I went into jewelry sales. And then after I went into jewelry sales, I came back to California working for a jewelry sales company. You know, top salesman, one of the top salesmen of the company. You know what I mean? Been getting the top numbers. Come back to LA, top salesman. I hated sales, but still I had to make that money. You know what I mean? And I quit the company of top sales to get back into entertainment. And I struggled getting back into entertainment. I tried music first, which I had grown up in music and spent years in music from my childhood. At that time, most of my life had been music. The other half of my life had been bumping around, doing odd jobs. Like in Georgia, I did restauranteering. I worked at 3 different restaurants, opened 2 of them, was a trainer at 1. You know what I mean? I always showed this leadership capability, even in the military. In the military, when I came in the door, I was a squad leader and a platoon guide for my whole basic training career. You know what I'm saying? I did excellence in cavalry. That meant I got promoted and got a chance to do extra stuff while I was being trained. Barely any sleep, less sleep than everybody else. And we get promoted early as well. But there were a lot of things that I was doing step by step along the way. I've always been that guy that has been mediocre, just above mediocre. You know, I can get above the mediocre. I'm never perfect. I'm never going to be perfect. I'm not like that ignorant to know that perfection is above all of our reach. You know what I mean? But the idea is that I got to have some place to achieve. So if I know I can't achieve perfection, I could achieve greatness, and greatness is just below perfection. So I've always been that mediocre, reaching for greatness, getting really good at things guy, and always been that jack of all trades guy. Even in the entertainment industry, when I came back, started with background work, and while I was doing background work, I was trying to write for the district, trying to write some stuff for the district. Got a chance to get indoors to talk with people, but I wasn't that good of a writer. I sucked. I really did suck. That script went in the round file, I know. And then as I was going up, I went from doing background work to doing PA work on NCIS, and then bumping into Billy Webb, who I was talking to him on NCIS, and he told me to go back to school. So I went back to LACC, and while I was at LACC, I started working on film sets and all this stuff. And then I thought I was ready to transfer to USC, but I went over to USC, and I didn't go to school that year and ended up having to pay back money. Wow, stupid stuff. Now I missed out on the opportunity of graduating from USC. I'm going to just say that. I missed out on the opportunity of graduating from USC, but I ended up with a lot of connections in film and television. The reason why I didn't continue to go to school is because I ended up working. I was working every day. I was working on every single set I can get on, just because I started out working with people at USC that I knew. I started working with people they knew. I started working with other people they knew. And as it continues to go on, it starts to pass on, and you start to get in these circles. And you start to look for gigs, and you start to get on gigs, and you start to, and it was no time, 16-hour days. You know what I'm saying? I don't work 9 to 5. I work 5 to 9. The problem is people out there are worried about 9 to 5 jobs. You need to be working 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Listen to Grant Cardone when he says that. You need to be working 16 hours, 12, 16. Just think about it. If you didn't have to sleep and you can make money 24 hours a day, if you can make $21 an hour, 20 hours a day, would you do it? 24 hours a day, would you do it? Well, it's possible. You can go to sleep and still do it today. And that's why you got to be thinking about tomorrow. You see, that's why I am here able to talk to you about this, because I have to have been an entrepreneur. When you go into film and television, once you go back into that, and you go from being a background artist to a PA to a grip to an electrician to a assistant director to an AD to another PA to associate producer to a producer to executive producer. When you go through all these positions, you have to promote yourself to continue to do these jobs. When you're a musician and you want to get out there and you want to promote your music, you have to either have somebody promoting you or promote yourself, promote your skills. Because in order to get a promoter, you got to promote your skills. You got to show them some work. You got to put the stuff out there. And if you're going to do all this stuff, you got to do it right. And I'm going to show you a little bit how to do that later, because I got a LinkedIn lesson, a brief LinkedIn lesson coming for you soon. So stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. You know, some of y'all don't know how to promote your skills, and you need to know the basics of promoting your skills, especially in today's environment. That's why thinking about the future is more important. And why am I qualified to teach you about LinkedIn later? Because I've taught courses on it. And because if you looked at my LinkedIn profile, I got enough people on LinkedIn, and I get enough messages about jobs that are available for me that I'm not taking. Not because, I'll be honest, not because I don't want to take the jobs, but because there's not because I'm not looking for a job. That's what I was trying to say. But because I don't want to take those specific jobs. I'm looking for maybe a job that I really, really, really want. And I want it to be hassle-free because I don't have to work anymore. That's the best part. I don't have to work anymore. So when I look for jobs, I get my pick of the litter, especially with a 3.56 GPA, 3.56, almost 3.57, just low. See what I mean? Mediocre, striving for greatness. It's not that 3.57, it's not the 4.0 GPA, but it's right there in the bunch. That's me, that genius that can do that. And the only reason why I don't have that 3.57, I'm going to be honest with you, is because right around the end of this semester, I got a little lazy. I got a little lazy in my Spanish class, and I got a little lazy in the, and I could have done one more paper and got an A. I could have got an A in both of those classes. And I was just like, you know what? This pandemic, everything we've been going, you know what? I'm done. A-, I'll take it, I'll go. I'm going to be honest. That's exactly. You could ask my professors, Sally, Turner, and you could ask my professor, Jacqueline Loza, Spanish professor Jacqueline Loza, that I said, look, I just had to give in, and my test wasn't the greatest. What up? Come on in. Enjoy. Oh, thanks for the follow, Smashley. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that, Smashley. You know, and so if we're thinking about tomorrow, like she says in this book, she says, you feel powerful enough to make change happen. Instead of there's this trigger, maybe still feeling like you've measured up to your expectations, but there's a difference. You feel powerful enough to make change happen, to create the fulfilling life that has been bouncing around in the back of your brain. At Moore, she witnessed success stories time and time again. Moore was launched in 1998 to celebrate the new upbeat attitude we were seeing among women in their 40s and 50s. And she was talking about how people in midlife started changing their life after 20 years. Well, us Generation Xers, we're changing after 10. The millennials are changing after 5. The Generation Z are changing after 2. There ain't no careers that are spanning along. So how do you live in this type of society? You don't change your career. You change your focuses. You build up extra focuses. You become the jack of all trades in your career. What is sense with the brow? Thanks for the host, Smashley. I appreciate the host too. Oh wow, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? And so when you have that kind of mentality circulating around the people that you are with, and you have that mentality on your shoulders that you're thinking about, hey, well, you know, I'm not going to be in this job forever. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. You start understanding that. Thinking about tomorrow is not just thinking about doing stuff one way for the rest of your life. I know I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, all right? But we have to test different styles. Even though if it ain't broke, then don't fix it. I know I said that. But we got to test different styles and see what works. You know what I mean? Because not everything works for everybody. Not everything that I'm saying is going to work for you. And not everything that some of these other geniuses out here that are doing all these courses out here are not going to work for you. You might find one thing out of what I'm saying that works for you. And you might find thing out of somebody else over there. And all these books that I'm reading for you, you might find one nugget that really works for you because you have other things set that you're doing. But remember this. Test different styles. Test and find out what does work. Thanks for the sparks, Mashley. I appreciate those sparks. So with that being said, the next thing is I want to tell you a little bit more. You know, I'm going to talk about this critical entrepreneur theory real quick, and I know I'm telling y'all it's gonna be $100 per month, but don't start looking for it yet. Don't start looking for it yet. I'm building this program for you, standing by. It's gonna be ready in the fall, so stand by for that. $100 a month, 12 months of critical entrepreneur theory. We're gonna go through 12 different lessons of things that entrepreneurs do, why they do them, why we can keep going even in any pandemic and any situation. All right, but until then, what is critical entrepreneur theory? Here's something from Alvison and Wilmot. See, people thought last week when I was talking about this that I was making this up, but I was not making this up. Wilmotson and Almont talked about this in 1992. Alvison and Wilmot talked about this in 1992 in the Academy of Management Review. They were talking about the idea of their article was about what it takes to management, to emancipate people through management in organizations and studying this idea. And they said emancipation describes the process through which individuals and groups become freed from repressive social and ideological conditions. In particular, those that place socially unnecessary restrictions upon the development and articulation of the human conscious. See, part of being an entrepreneur is just mindset. We are stuck in this rich dad, poor dad mentality, going back to lesson 5 or 6, going back in some of my lessons here. We are stuck in this rich dad, poor dad mentality where we can't take action or we can't assess progress because we don't understand life the same way because we've had restrictions put upon us by class, by race, by social surroundings, by the people around us, the haters. We have to brush all that shit off our shoulders. Because once we brush all that stuff off our shoulders, we start to wake up to the understanding that it is not that weight that has been put on us. It is what we are capable of doing by believing in a better understanding. Like the rich dad said, well, why not talk about, I'm going to bring that back again. Why not talk about money at the table? If we talk about money at the table, everybody gets a money lesson. If I'm rich and my children are at the table asking me about money, I'm going to give them a lesson so they can learn about how to manage their money. If I'm poor and my kids are asking about money, I'm going to try to give them a lesson to learn how to manage their money. Where did that mouth come from? Where other people would probably say it's bad. It's bad. Don't talk about food at the table. Don't talk about money at the table. Because they're ashamed. Being ashamed and leaving your children ignorant, there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that. Wake up. Start talking about money. Start talking about financial intelligence in the family. This is how you get people to understand how to get freed from repressive social and ideological conditions, in particular those that place socially unnecessary restrictions upon the development and articulation of human consciousness. We placing it in our own families. We placing it in our own families saying, oh no, you can't talk about money at the table. You just put a boundary on that child's development. Talk about the problems you've had with it. Maybe they'll learn something and do something better so that when you're 80, they're taking care of you. Now, to take it to the next. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by, Smashley. You're dropping the sparks. I'm loving the sparks. I appreciate it. Unpacking critical entrepreneur theory. It's a little bit tough to unpack. Because the first thing we got to be able to do is get through the mindset. We got to retrain our brains. It's important that we retrain our brains first. Because once we retrain our brains, we're able to understand the concepts a little bit better. Now, I know that's I know that's like saying, okay, yeah, I gotta go back to school, whatever. You know, I gotta believe in stuff I don't want to believe in or whatever. I know people have a hard time with retraining their brains, but habits. All right, how do you retrain your brain? How do you train your brain? Well, first it deals with belief. All right, you retrain your brain by looking at how you believe, your belief system. All right, whatever it may be. I'm not going to negate anybody's belief system, but you have to have something that you believe in. All right. 2, meditation. Meditation helps you retrain the brain. All right. Habits. Working on your habits. What's your eating habits like? What's your leisure habits like? What's your regular everyday habit? What are they like? Do you abuse anything? You know what I mean? We all got something. We all got some kind of vice, right? Right. You know what I mean? Let's look at our habits. Let's be real about ourselves with them. Let's look at like I said, our schedules. Let's start looking at our schedules. Said that a little early, but yeah, let's look at them and see how we're actually scheduling our lifestyle out. Are we working out? Are we trying to stay physically fit? Are you trying to keep yourself in better shape for your future in the long run? Because your body starts breaking down as you get older. And trust me, it don't feel good when you're not in the right shape to deal with your body breaking down because it hurts bad or it's just you get sick. You know, I mean, I know people who just get sick. Are you eating healthy? That's another one. You know, even though my dad ate healthy for years, he still ended up sick and in a situation that we couldn't really explain too much of why he died. But eating healthy helps. You know what I'm saying? It's proven to help. May not have helped with him, but it helps. You know, it actually may have helped with him. He might have died sooner. Who knows? You know, and then faith. Your faith. When I say belief system, belief and faith are two different things, all right, in this particular part of mindset. Because we may believe something, but we may not have faith in that which we believe, all right? See, having faith may mean having faith in yourself. You may not have faith in anything else. You may only have faith in yourself. You may have faith in somebody you're working with. You may have faith in somebody you love and care about. You may have faith in a higher power. You may have faith in a nation. Whatever that faith may be is a part of your belief system. But faith must be also a part of this mindset transition. And you got to look at all these steps: belief, meditation, habits, schedules, working out, eating healthy, and faith. All right? That's 7 of them, right? But you also got 7. Teamwork. Teamwork. I hit the button a little bit too hard there. Went a little bit too far. Got a little excited. Teamwork. Teamwork is important. What does teamwork consist of? Teamwork consists of brainstorming. You know what I'm saying? Because you get together with other people to brainstorm ideas. Because one person having an idea doesn't always fit to knock through or to get that change and develop or to make something happen. One person having an idea may not actually win the day. I've seen a lot of ideas go on the Shark Tank and they didn't get anywhere, and, you know, people wonder why, because they were crappy ideas. But these people never really bounced their ideas off of other people. They just kind of put it in motion, made it happen. Mentorship. You got to seek mentorship. Teamwork. It takes teamwork to get mentored. You got to have a mentor. You got to have somebody to listen to, talk to, that is trying to telling you, hey, this is the path you're going through. This is the path you might go through. You know, it don't have to be me. I might be the person who gets you started to go out there and look for these mentors and actually get one of these guru lessons and actually take the next level. If that's all I am for you, then great. You know why? Because I've touched one person to see that they have a road to take. That's why I do these free lessons, because I want people to be able to be touched by this road that they need to take. You know what I'm saying? This road that they need to take. You know what I'm saying? What's that song? What is it? I said I don't know where the plan may lead on this road, yeah. I'm taking my steps to climb, running on time, almost home, still going till I cross the line. My voice isn't there today, but you get my point. You got to keep taking your steps to climb, running on time, almost home, still going till you cross the line. Because if you don't cross the line, you're not going to go anywhere on this road. You see what I'm saying? You're just sitting there. You're just sitting there watching everybody pass you by. And so if everybody's passing you by, you might want to team up with some of these people that are passing you by and start brainstorming with them, getting some mentorship, sharing your skills, contracting people, you know, adding to your friends, your extended family, actually adding your extended family and your friends in this group. You know, sometimes that happens. And working with the haters, because the haters help you too. Believe it or not, the haters help you too. The haters remind you that you are on the right path, first off. That's one thing. They remind you that you're on the right path and where you're going. And I like that. I like that because when you get hated on, it is 90% that you are doing the right thing if you're hated on. And I see a lot of people getting hated on. I see a lot of people getting hated on a daily basis. They're getting upset. Don't get upset. Embrace it. Embrace the hate. Got that shirt. I got that shirt out there for sale. Y'all might want to get my Embrace the Hate shirt. Embrace the hate. Because when you embrace the hate, you start to embrace the fact that you can penetrate through it. You grow through it. You know, a lot of times you're getting hated on because people love you. And they don't understand it. Matter of fact, the truth about hate is that you have to love something before you can hate it. I just leave that what it is. The next one is perseverance. Perseverance. You gotta have some perseverance to get up the scale there. Unpacking critical theory is a mixture of mindset, teamwork, and perseverance. All right. Perseverance means that you are able to maintain focus, that you're able to transmute that hate. Maintain your focus and transmute hate. That you're able to imprint your goals. Remember I talked about imprinting. You got to imprint your goals in your own mind. That's what vision boards are for. That's why the secret is important. There is so much of the secret that is important, but it is only a fraction of the steps. You can't just take the secret and say, okay, yeah, you know, I'm going to believe in this. I'm going to put the vision boards up and I'm going to just have these great wishes and positive energy and sit back and do nothing. You have to stand up, take that energy, and put it to work. You got to get out there, get up, get on, or get up, get out, and get something. And so if you get up and get out and get something with that mentality, that energy, that positive vibration that you have, that all that stuff that you got coming up from the secret, and you start putting in work with financial intelligence, social intelligence, win friends and gain influence, selling and being sold, and making sure that if you're not first, you're last. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk into that because we're talking about promoting yourself. If you're not first one that they touch base with, you make sure you're the middle and you're the last person that they touch base with, so that you make sure you close the sale so somebody else don't creep in there and get it. Think about that for a second. You need to be imprinting those goals. But you also got to maintain some balance there. And maintaining balance means you got to take space for yourself. Take time, take space. So you got to be managing balance by maintaining balance. And you got to be taking space by taking time for yourself to breathe. Stop. Take time. Y'all saw my schedule. There's some leisure time in there. There's a couple of times there's leisure time. You know what I'm saying? I consider the game time work time because I'm going to be gaming streaming. So if I'm gaming streaming, essentially that's working on my mixer stream. So I consider game time work time, but I got some leisure time in there as well and some meditation time in there. So I got some mind time in there so I can imprint goals and keep my focus and maintain my balance and take space when I need to, so that when it comes time for all else failing, if anything fails and I'm just got all this weight on my shoulder, I'm able to stop and self-motivate. You see what I mean? self-motivation is the next thing that you got to do to keep that perseverance going. You know, and that way you can do some failure recovery. So you got to maintain focus, transmute hate, imprint goals, maintain balance, take space, self-motivate, and commence failure recovery. 7 things in 3 different categories. That's 21 different things to unpack the critical entrepreneur theory. This is just tipping the iceberg. So that's why I said I'm going to do this course on critical entrepreneur theory down the line for you. Because this is just getting into the iceberg. And this is what everybody talks about. This is what all the gurus talk about all the time. It gets deeper than this. It gets way deeper than this. I was like, my mind was, I wish I had a photo of my mind blown just so I could switch to that right now for you. But instead, I want to tell you all that we got to all promote our skills. We got to all promote our skills. And I know y'all asking, how can I promote our skills? How can I promote my skills? Well, today is LinkedIn, folks. Today is LinkedIn, and that's what we're going to talk about. That's today's lesson. I'm an hour and 40 minutes in, so I got 20 minutes left to tell you about LinkedIn, all right? So let's see if we can do it. Let's give y'all a LinkedIn lesson real quick right before I head out the door. But does it work is the question that most people are asking. Does it work? Does LinkedIn work? Hell yeah, it works. Don't be asking me no stupid question like that before you go out there and do the research. First off, HR recruiters and businesses. What percentage of employers use LinkedIn? This is on Google. You can just type this in yourself, all right? What percentage of employers use LinkedIn? In the U.S., LinkedIn reports 3 million jobs are posted every month with 20,000 companies using the site to post listings. According to JobVite's 2018 Recruiter Nation, 77% of recruiters in the U.S. use the platform. 77, that's 3/4 of the country, they use the platform of recruiters. Now, I have some other statistics because I have statistics that come from recruiters out there. I didn't put them up here because they're going to be in my LinkedIn lesson. I have a LinkedIn lesson that I've been gathering information because I've done this lesson before. They're not going to be in this lesson. I'm only giving you a brief. This is just a general idea. All right? Use it. As I scare some people out. Use it seriously, though, folks. LinkedIn. So, first off, let's talk about LinkedIn. In this lesson, the first thing you need to first understand is going to your LinkedIn page. You need to complete the basic setup. This lesson is all about the basics, right? Complete the basic setup. Go in there to complete the basic setup. Now, I know y'all like, okay, I got a picture. Throw in a picture just for the basic setup. Just get the basic setup. If you haven't gotten the completed profile, the 100% completed profile on there yet, you need to get that done. All right? Now, once you got that done, then go out and take a professional photo. I know I said don't worry about the photo, but that's step number 2. Just get the profile done, completed, put a photo up, get it done. Some of y'all ain't done that yet. All right. Now, some of y'all have taken care of step 1 and step 2, and y'all got it moving. Y'all need to know a little bit more. And like I said, this is just the basics. But I do dig in a little bit for even those who haven't surpassed this level. There's over 70% of the users on LinkedIn that haven't surpassed these basics that I'm giving out here. These free basics. All right. Over 70% of LinkedIn users haven't. And considering that, yes, there's 77% of recruiters using it, but think about this. There's about 60% of America using it. All right. Now, these statistics are rough right now. I'm actually got the exact statistics, and I'm not going to give those out until I actually re-look at them again. But not that many employees are using LinkedIn. There's not enough of people out there who need jobs or who have jobs that have a LinkedIn account and have their profile set up properly. Just ridiculous. And even some in the big organizational professional world, I know some HR people that don't even have their stuff lined up right. I'm like, really? You work in HR? But that's another story. The next thing people need to do, or I would say you need to do, is add all of your relevant history. Think about the position you want to go. too. Think about the type of business you are trying to build. I'm going both ways. If you're looking for a job, if you want to be an entrepreneur, I'm giving you both ways right now. Because LinkedIn works for everybody. It works for business professionals, entrepreneurs. I'm going to tell you who it works for. Ask me who it works for. Who it works for. I'll tell you right now who it works for. Consultants connect with prospective clients to make them aware of their experience and services. B2B marketers. Well, they talk about their new products. They talk about listings they sell to other businesses. Salespeople. Research all prospects. Come on. Job hunters. Job hunters are all over LinkedIn. 90% of job hunting is done on LinkedIn right now. Online right now. Entrepreneurs. Build awareness. You can promote your brand and your company. Remember, it is also a social media tool as well. Small businesses. Stay in front of customers and reach out new prospects. Large businesses. Well, they position their company in marketplace and let their customers know what they got going on. It's for everybody. LinkedIn is for everyone. So don't ask me if LinkedIn is for you. Don't ask me if LinkedIn is for you. LinkedIn is for everybody. So put all your relevant history in there toward the job that you want to get. People ask me some crazy questions. I get some crazy questions sometimes, and I don't mean crazy. I mean you haven't tried it yet, but you want to know if it worked for you. It's free. If it's free, try it first. Okay. There was a time when there was a certain set of adults who were afraid of computers, who were afraid of really using computers. That's why there were so many kids hacking on computers, because kids were like, well, I didn't spend $1,000 for this computer, but I want to see how it works. I want to see all the insides of it. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have a fear of the money spent on it. They didn't have a fear of the consequence of actually finding out truth. Don't fear the consequence of finding out truth. Find out truth. Find it for yourself, for the people you care about, and for the ones you love. And for your community. Don't forget about community. And for your mental health. Shoot, can't forget about that either. So then, after you've put all your relevant history, anything that has to do with the job that you would, or the position you would like to hold, or the position you are holding, I actually put almost everything on there except all my restaurant work, because none of it really, I mean, I guess it can, but I mean, I'd rather do a whole another restaurant resume for it, a whole another restaurant LinkedIn. And I think that's why my sister has 2 LinkedIns. I think she has a music LinkedIn and a professional LinkedIn. So I'm glad that my music and professional is all pretty much the same. Entertainment, and instructional media. It all works the same. Electronic media management. Same profession. Helps. All right. All my jack of all trades and all the positions I've held and all the jobs I've had, I can all put under one stack except for restauranting. And, well, I guess I can put jewelry sales in there too, because you know what? Sales. You got to be in sales. You got to have sales. I got musical sales too. Music instrument sales when I was, oh yeah, I forgot I did that too. I worked at the Department of Water and Power, clean and green crew. When I was 13, got a chance to work in the purchasing department of the Department of Water and Power and see what big purchasing transactions are made by a corporation or by a private company. Corporation. Anyway, add all your relevant history. Put it all in there. And then once you do that, upload a portfolio. You got to upload a portfolio. If you're not uploading some kind of work that you've done, some kind of digital, even if it's, I say, if you are trying to get somewhere today, you should have something you should be able to share on the internet of what you've done, whether it be a photo of it or it be a portfolio of it, whether it be written work, digital work, print work, hand work, construction work. You should be able to upload some kind of portfolio of what you do. You should be able to show somebody what you do and how you can do it. And then add all your achievements and awards. Add them all. I don't care. If you don't have any, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Keep striving to get some. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that many. I'm always striving to get more. I probably have a lot more than I think, but I'm always striving to get more. Customize your profile link. Customize your profile link. There's a section of this where it allows you to customize your profile link to say your name, like mine says Doc Rio. LinkedIn, Ian or IN, LinkedIn, linkedin.com/IN/Doc Rio. That is my LinkedIn/IN/DOCREO. Bingo. It's exactly what it is. And it still has me listed as an editorial assistant at kbcradio.com. And look, professional photo, which is not completely professional, but is in work attire. It is in business professional attire. That is CSUN business professional attire right there that I'm wearing, a CSUN USU shirt. So, a CSUN employee shirt. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, I tried to get in for somebody who can get me a good, this was the best one out of like 30 different photos. So, and I've had suit photos, everything, but I've tried to get something that has me in front of a professional background because you want a professional background. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it still has the job that I just finished on the 22nd, but, hey, I haven't changed anything yet. But I'm always posting stuff. I'm always sharing stuff, and I'm always doing stuff. But let's get back. What was I talking about? Doc Rio, your link. It's a personalized link. Goes to Doc Rio. So you know it's easy to go to me. But we're going to show a little bit more about my profile before we leave. All right. Next. What else do you want? I know what else you want. You want a searchable title above your heading. Searchable title above my heading. Searchable title above your heading. Where's my title heading? I don't remember how that goes. The searchable title is usually, I gotta log in. Hold on. That's why I can't find it. But wait a minute. Either way, your searchable title basically tells people who you are and what you do. My searchable title is editorial assistant at this point. I believe that's how that works. I got to go back to my lesson on that. And then my big lesson. And then it also should say something about you. So I have another title. So you have two. You have a heading and that talks about you. Oh, I encourage broadcasters and artists to believe, retrieve. Yeah, so it is there. My searchable title is editorial assistant at KCSN 88.5. My heading is I encourage broadcasters and artists to believe, retrieve, succeed, and achieve their dreams. I am a multimedia coach, producer, radio show host, and public speaker. I also enjoy conducting and publishing media research. I need to fix that. I have worked in several areas of entertainment. My current focus is to become an educator and a nearby college, that in my right. This is also, I kind of repeated myself in here. But this first line, I encourage broadcasters to achieve, retrieve dreams. That's my heading. And then this right here is the about me part. And then you see my skills and qualifications. I added some of my skills and qualifications. Make sure you add them. You want to be searchable, right? Searchable above, it's just like, a lot of people are like, what do you mean be searchable? Why would I want to be searchable? Why would I want to be searchable? Well, let me keep going on and explain why you want to be searchable. Because you also want to make your description mobile friendly. Make it less is more. Okay? Like, my description is pretty much short. It's 1-2 sentences, and then I have my skills and qualifications. That's my description. My about comes with I encourage. It's short. It's mobile friendly. It's real quick. If you looked at this on the phone, It's decent enough to be mobile friendly. I mean, some people might not say it's mobile friendly, but it's decent enough to be mobile friendly. Yeah. So I believe it's mobile friendly enough for what I need to do, for what I want to do. And I think this always depends on how you want to promote yourself as well. You got to remember that. Remember, not everything I do is going to work for you, and not everything you do is going to work for me. So let's keep this going. The next thing is you want to, I need to be on the right screen so it changes. You want to use keyword optimization. Now, this is why I said this is important, because I told you I was going to come back to making yourself searchable. Look, LinkedIn is a website like any other website. It is also a big search engine. So if you are optimized for LinkedIn, you come up first in headhunter searches. When recruiters are looking for you, when businesses are looking for you, when people are looking for you, you pop up. And you'll notice, I notice all the time. Every day I get 2 to 3 people who are looking at my LinkedIn profile. 2 to 3 people every single day. 2 to 3 people every single day. That's big. That's big. You know what I'm saying? For me, who am I? I'm nobody. You know, I'm a zero still compared. I don't have 100,000 followers yet. When I have 100,000 followers, then I'm starting to make some moves. I'm number 1 or 2. I ain't a hero yet. A hero is way up there. It's like 20, 30, 40. You know what I'm saying? Level 65 coming in with the billions. Jeff Bezos. That's a hero. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta come with the bucks to be a hero. So, you know what I mean? And I may never live to make it to that hero stage, but you get to see my growth and you get to see my pattern, and maybe you get to do it better than I do. And that's the reason why I do this. Because it's not just about me, it's about me and you. Community. Gotta have unity before we can have community. Then part of that is making more connections. I took it down because I thought it went further. But yeah, you got to make more connections. You got to instill that teamwork that we were talking about. And start making more LinkedIn connections. The more LinkedIn connections you get, the more mentors you get, the more people you can bounce ideas off of, the more people you can actually show your content or whatever you want to share with, the more people you can actually get in front of and get more interviews. You think that look, I had an interview. I knew I had an interview for a job. So I applied for 3 other jobs before I went to the interview for the job at the USU. Now, understand, people thought I was crazy when I did that. I applied for those 3 jobs for a reason. My first interview, I wanted to learn the new interview process because I'd been working as an entrepreneur by myself for years before I went back about 2 years ago to work at the California State University Student Union. California State University Northridge University Student Union. So before I did that, I didn't know what the regular work field was like. I didn't know what it was like. I didn't know what it was like to return to the regular workforce. You know, so I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, I need to see what the interview process is like because I'm going to be interviewed by them. How's that going to be? So I went for this HVAC company that was marketing, and I was like, yeah, this would be a perfect spot because they don't even have a website up. They got a website up, but they didn't have a website telling people what their company did. And they're a company that markets HVAC companies. So I thought that was pretty odd. I was like, this is a perfect job. I wouldn't want to work here. If they don't even have a website promoting what the company did, but they have a website up at talking about all this cheer and fun in their office. But I'm like, yeah. Once again, that misconceived notion that we put in front of the youth about how a office should be. Corporate America is not at all like we are portraying it to be. And we are entitling people to believe that when they go work in corporate America, it's all fun and games. It is not. It is not. It is get down to work. No job should be all fun and games. You should enjoy your overall job, but there are going to be things that you do not want to do at that job. Trust me. I have a lot of those things that I did not want to do at plenty of the jobs that I've worked at. Just the way it is. But that's all part of it because you're not going to like everything you need to do to get things done. You're not going to like everything you need to do to move ahead. You're not going to like to have to take these steps to get a new job on LinkedIn. Some people are not going to like that. Some people are going to be like, I hate using computers. I hate doing that. I don't want to do all that crap. I had a best friend who's no longer with us. He would have never done this. Had I got him to go back to school, which I was so close to getting him to go back to school, I truly believed that he would have gotten to this point. You know what I mean? And I feel like I didn't try hard enough. Even though I tried hard for years to get him to go back to school, to get him to get to these next levels, I didn't try hard enough. And that's why I'm out here trying to teach people in the community, because I want to make change. I want to make change so much that people don't understand that the first thing that got me into broadcasting live again, really broadcasting live again, was after I heard my buddy. When I came to Mixer and found Mixer, I was like, I heard my buddy took his own life. And I went to his funeral and I was like, I need to tell more people. I need to tell more people to stop. Stop. There is a better life here. If you got to reach out to people you don't know, there is a better life here. Don't take your life when so many things can take it for you. You know what I'm saying? Try to live it as best as possible. I wanted to make change. I wanted to make change because of that. Even more. I wanted to make change not just because of that, because my dad taught me that I should make change. Because my mom taught me that I should make change. Because my friends have taught me that I should make change. My community consistently encourages me to make change. If everybody's telling me to make change, then I want to share that with you, because change is what helps us on all of our journeys. As much as we hate change, we got to embrace it too. So make more connections and start to share your post. Share a post on what you're doing, where you're going, things that have to do with work and things that have to do with what you're trying to be in life. You don't have to really be fully successful. You don't have to have everything together. You've seen me mess up on these streams all the time. I don't always have everything together. Matter of fact, even when I was being down on myself in news radio, I've been listening to more news radio lately just on my off time, and because I enjoy it too, and I hear a lot more of the mistakes that I make in radio on other people's broadcasts too. They're not perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. None of us are going to be perfect. We can strive for perfection, but I say let's strive for greatness, because greatness doesn't have to be perfect. You could be mediocre and still be great, and still make greatness. You don't have to be perfect to make greatness. Nobody is perfect. And join some groups. That 12 is a little bit further down, but I think that 6 is a little further down too. But see, perfection. I'm paying attention to stuff that it's not a big deal that I'm off, that it's off-centered. Sometimes we got to pay attention to the right things, not the wrong things. Join groups. Join groups on LinkedIn and share your knowledge in those groups. Help people in those groups. They also have an ability for you to answer questions. People can answer questions about jobs in the media, jobs in your field. I was just thinking about this. Somebody had a question about a job in the media, and I answered it. I was like, not really. It doesn't work that way. But I had to explain it to them, And this is just touching base on this course. This is just the tip of the iceberg on this course. This is not the full course. This is not the full course. If you really want the full course, you can best believe it ain't gonna be free. I'll give you this part for free, but I gotta really tell you that I do have a LinkedIn course, and it's not gonna be $100. You think it's gonna be $100? Would you pay $100? Would you pay $100 for it? To learn how to use LinkedIn properly, would you pay $100? Well, don't worry, it's not gonna be $100. Don't worry about that. And would you pay $50? I'd pay $50 to learn how to use LinkedIn to make sure I got a job. Look, if you got a job that raised your earnings from $20 an hour to $40 an hour, would it not be worth you to pay $50? one time to learn how to use LinkedIn properly. Well, it'd be worth it, right? I think it'd be worth it. I know it'd be worth it. You're not going to pay $50 either. I'm telling you, a $29.99 one-time fee. $30. $29.99. That's it. $29.99 to get my LinkedIn course. I'll do one course once a month in Discord. And you can easily get that course. You can easily get my LinkedIn course by going to docrio.com/LinkedIn-course. docrio.com/LinkedIn-course. I was going to have everything set up, but for some reason I can't get on my own website. So I called my techs, and they said they can see it. I've even checked with other stuff, but for some reason I'm having a caching issue right now. So I do have the link set up. The link goes to PayPal where you can buy this course. Once you have bought this course, I wanted to have some more instructions set up to where you will be able to actually go in and jump onto Discord. So if you do buy this course, join us on Discord. That link just popped up right there. You see that link? That Discord, I love it. Stop by my Discord chat. Perfect timing, Mini Doc. Stop by my Discord chat right here. You know what I'm saying? Take that link, join the Discord chat. Find me. Send me a message. Once you join that Discord chat, I will add you as a friend. And then you can go ahead and, I don't care if you're adding me as a mixer friend, a roughneck. I'm going to add you as a friend and you join my Discord chat because I want to be able to, mix and, you might send me a message. You might need something. You might want to chat with me. You know what I'm saying? If you're in my Discord chat, I'm going to add you as a friend because you're in my community. I'm hoping that anybody in my community is a friend, So you come into the community, I will make sure if you tell me you're the one who paid for the course, because I'm only accepting 10. I've only got 10 of these courses going on. 10 of these courses going on. So when supplies run out, you won't be able to get it anymore. You'll be sent to a page that I haven't set up yet that says we're out of stock. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm only doing this for 10 people every month. Every month. Once a month, 10 people get this LinkedIn course on my Discord channel. That's if people show up. If people don't show up, then hey, I'll do this, somewhere else. Doesn't matter to me. It doesn't hurt me anymore. But I know some people really need to get their stuff done on LinkedIn. And if you don't trust that I'm qualified, you can look to my LinkedIn. I'm well over 900 people on LinkedIn or whatever. I'm 500 plus contact. It just says 500 plus. It doesn't say, but I'm almost at 1,000 contacts on LinkedIn. I didn't even know I had that many. I had to look down and go, wow. And my LinkedIn is set out. It's set out to where people come and find the information they need about me. Hold on. They find the information they need about me real easily. They can follow me. They can find me. They can find my experience. They know what I'm doing. They know where I'm going. They know where I came from. You see what I'm saying? My skills and qualifications, everything about me is there. Degrees, honors, organizations, everything. All right? I'm not that hard to find. I'm not hiding from anybody. You know what I'm saying? I've been a part of so many things that I just know I've lived a life that I can enjoy. And I haven't been able to enjoy it at all times, but I try to enjoy it now. And so, like I've told people before, you know what I'm saying? I got a little scared last time I tried to sing this song. I don't know why. I got a little scared last time I tried to sing this song, but ooh, yeah. If I should die, let me lay I die living for today. I said my penance is paid, yeah. My penance is paid, yeah. It's a cold, cold world. Just let me stand the rain, yeah. Just let me stand the rain, yeah. Might die today, but every day I fight it. Reunited, one fit, both so excited. We're both so excited. City walks, dog parks on the beach. Triple beams made means cut from magazines, yeah. So cut from magazines, yeah. If I should die, then let me lay. But that's what I'm saying, though, folks. That's what I'm saying, though, folks. I was about to stop it anyway. Because I'm at the end of my lesson here, folks. That's pretty much it. I want to remind y'all to just make sure you keep moving and keep that positive cash flow. You know what I'm saying? Because capitalism will consistently thrive off conflict, crime, and chaos. Make sure you thrive too. Make sure you get out there and promote yourself, folks. This is Doc telling you all to get up, get out, or get on and get something. Stay tuned as we come back next week with the next lesson. The next lesson is gonna be all about keeping promoting. We got a little bit more to talk about keeping promoting. I might change that around a little bit, but I may not, because keeping promoting has to do with teamwork. And I think that's what I'm gonna be focusing on. Keep promoting, keep moving, keep growing. I might actually change the title of that one. I've changed it already twice. Yeah, I changed it already twice this week, but stay tuned as we come back next week with another lesson right here. This is a Climb Up lesson. This is from Back to Basics in the Hot Box with Doc Rio. I'm out of here. Oh, wait. Before we go out of here, I got to give y'all the right thing, all right? Because it's still Memorial Day, and I know some of y'all are going out right now. Some of y'all are out right now. Some of y'all might be looking at me in an Uber or something or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Be careful out there, folks. If you're going to drink, don't drink and drive. All right? If you're going to go out and you're going to get with somebody, make sure you strap up. Make sure you put a mask on, too, if you're going out. You know, try to be safe out there, folks. Try to be safe. Cover up. Keep yourself protected and safe. All right? And if you like what you hear, if you like what you're seeing, please come on by, smash that follow button, smash the like button, come on by, share some sparks. You'll see me say that. I say share some sparks because it's just fun. It's just fun. You know what I'm saying? Come on in the Mixer at mixer.com/DocReal. Come in and smash that follow button and hit that bell for future notifications. Or you can go over to Twitch. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter, which means you be watching this on Periscope. That's all good. That's all good. You can follow me on any of the social media that I have out here. But just make sure you come on by and let me know what you're thinking. And let me know that if what I'm sharing helps you. Because that's what I'm here for. Anyway, I will see you all soon. Stay tuned for more In the Hot Box with Doc Rio next week as we come right back. But I might have some more stuff coming this week. You never know what I might do. Peace. I'm out of here. Real TV.